wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. A bombshell report was just released by Politico accusing Graham Platner, who's the Senate Democrat candidate up in Maine, accusing him of sexual misconduct. And it is not the first time, because if you remember, a few weeks ago, similar allegations came out and Democrats, led by Chuck Schumer, rallied around him to support him so he can be the Democrat nominee. But now we're seeing Democrats trying to do the same thing. But this time it might be different, and Graham Platner may cost Democrats the Senate. But let us get into it by starting with this reporting explaining exactly what's going on with this new reporting. Play clip.
Breaking news coming into the story. Maine Democratic Senate candidate Graham Platner responding to a bombshell new Politico report detailing serious allegations of sexual assault. Politico reporting, quoting now, a woman who dated Platner says he forced her to have sex with him nearly 5 years ago, despite her repeated objections, an allegation Platner denies. The woman, a 41-year-old Maine resident named Jenny Rassicott, detailed the alleged incident in 3 interviews over the past 2 weeks. Now, Platner denying the allegations outright. He just put out a new video calling them, quoting again, troubling, serious, and false. He says, again quoting, "We are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love."
As you can see, Graham Platner, the embattled candidate up in Maine, is facing new allegations regarding sexual misconduct. And as I mentioned before, it is not the first time. And Graham Platner has been facing a lot of different accusations in regards to Nazi tattoos and a whole bunch of different things. But this is a new reporting, and I have this reporting to show you before I get to Graham Platner's response, because he actually posted a video today. And this article is titled, "Woman Who Dated Graham Platner Says He Sexually Assaulted Her." And the article continues to say that a woman who dated Maine U.S. Senate candidate Graham Platner says he forced her to have sex with him nearly 5 years ago, despite her repeated objections, an allegation Platner denies. Politico also spoke with a man Rassicott dated. Rassicott is the lady that's accusing Graham Platner. Politico also spoke with a man Rassicott dated and confided in years after the alleged incident, and reviewed documents including emails between Rassicott and her therapist and messages between Rassicott and an acquaintance whom she warned against getting involved with Platner years before he ran for office. And the reason why this part of the article is so important, because it highlights that there may be some documentation indicating that these incidents actually did occur. Rassicott said she had an on and off relationship with Platner, who is now the Democrat Senate nominee in Maine, for more than 2 years before he entered her rural Maine home uninvited one night in late 2021, deeply intoxicated, and forced himself on her while she repeatedly told him to stop. She said she did cut off contact with him after telling him the encounter was not consensual. And Rassicott recounted, and I quote, "I remember him grabbing my pelvis and being really forceful of me," she said. "I remember the specific moment where I thought to myself, like, this is no longer my choice." And here we have that video of Graham Platner's response to these allegations. Play clip.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me. Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false. Over the last 10 months, I have been deeply humbled by the faith Mainers have put in me. You have welcomed me into your homes, into your places of work, into your restaurants, into your houses of worship. So, regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins. Those were the goals when we launched this campaign, and they remain my goals today.
That was Graham Platner responding to the allegations, the new allegations that are being levied against him. And his response right now is to deny them. And remember, it is not the first set of allegations that Graham Platner is facing regarding sexual misconduct or abuse or anything like that regarding women around him. Because a few weeks ago, similar allegations came out, and the Democrats, they stuck by him, they supported him, and then he essentially was asked on air multiple times, do you think more allegations are to come? Do you think there will be more allegations in the future? And this is how Graham Platner responded, as if he knew there were going to be more allegations. Play clip.
I'm wondering, are there other skeletons from your past that still may emerge in this race?
No.
But the GOP is going to dig up everything and more that they can.
Yeah. And probably lie at some point. I mean,
Is there something new you want to get ahead of?
no.
People have to take you at your word that that's true and that there's nothing else. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
That was Graham Platner, the Democrat Senate candidate up in Maine, being asked about new allegations coming to light. And according to him, we were never going to see anything else unless the Republicans started lying. So I want you to let me know in the comments, do you think these are lies against Graham Platner, or do you believe any of these allegations that are now coming out and the previous allegations as well? And just to show you how bad Graham Platner have messed up, Graham Platner have basically tossed that election to Republicans. Take a look at this poll. Play clip.
Fox survey out indicates the Senate race in Maine is shaping up to be a very close contest. Our new poll finds Republican incumbent Senator Susan Collins has a small 3 percentage point lead advantage over Democrat challenger Graham Platner among Maine registered voters. But among voters who say they are extremely motivated to vote, Platner leads by 9 points.
This is a recent poll that indicates that Susan Collins up in Maine, the Republican candidate, is leading Graham Platner. And this poll was taken before these new allegations started coming out. So I'm waiting to see the new numbers once they rerun these polls. And here we have a video of Chuck Schumer after previous allegations came out regarding Graham Platner, and Chuck Schumer poured his full endorsement behind Graham Platner. Play clip.
On Graham Platner, are you satisfied with the explanations he's given for the controversies his campaign has faced right now? Are you concerned about what we've heard?
I met with Graham Platner today. We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Yes.
So you're saying that Janet Mills is your preferred candidate. There's been rattlings that she should get back in. You're standing behind Graham Platner, to be clear here?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate.
Does
Yes.
Democrats sticking behind Graham Platner, does that hurt their credibility in attacking Ken Paxton?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Any other subject you got? Any other subject? Yes. Yes. You right there.
Do you believe that Janet Mills should unsuspend her campaign?
We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Last one.
You have not said if you're still endorsing Graham Platner. Are you still supporting Graham Platner?
As I said, I endorsed Graham Platner. We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate.
The Democrat Party is a mess right now. And if you look at what's going on in the Senate, because Chuck Schumer and the rest of them, they nominated Graham Platner to beat Susan Collins up in Maine. But the thing is, Graham Platner, I don't think he's going to be able to pull it off because of all the allegations that he's facing in regards to sexual misconduct, in regards to allegedly abusing women, in regards to having a Nazi tattoo. And if you look over at the House as well, there are a whole bunch of Democrat candidates that are popping up all over the place that are communist socialist candidates, and they're taking over the party. So I'm not sure what's going on with the Democrats right now. And the last video that I want to show you is of Khanna. This guy, he's running around trying to please everyone in the Democrat Party, including the socialist communist candidates and Graham Platner. And here's Khanna defending Graham Platner previously for those allegations that he was facing.
He survive another scandal? You have 5 months here.
Well, it depends what. I'm not, obviously, if there was any evidence that comes out that there is actual domestic violence or assault, I have zero tolerance for that. I led the fight against the Epstein class, which has been a cover-up for sexual abuse with Thomas Massey. I've been at the forefront of championing women's rights and rights of survivors. But here you have a case of someone who had a dark chapter in his life, who was in toxic relationships, who's ashamed about it, who served this country, and the Maine voters are saying, look, let's give him some grace. And his focus is stopping these wars. And it's getting...
That was Khanna, or Robert Khanna, whatever Elon Musk decided to call him, or the nickname that Elon Musk gave him. That was Khanna on live television defending Graham Platner after the initial allegations came out in regards to Graham Platner abusing women, allegedly, assaulting them, allegedly. That was Khanna defending him, defending Graham Platner and saying that, hey, if there are new allegations, he will speak up. So I'm eager to see what Khanna decides to do. And that brings us to the end of this video. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below in regards to all these allegations. Also, please consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.